Hello Taurus, and welcome to your Tatle for today. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so I'm just going to give them a few shuffles. I'm using the Tarot of the Divine and the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot deck for your Tatle today. Once I'm done with the cards, I'm going to dive straight into your psyche and look at what our subject line for today is. Then I'm going to look at what's in your current environment and what's in your past that has now come to help you in your current environment. We'll look at your outcome and what you should know and what's in your hidden position. So I think that's about it, Taurus. There we go. And your last card is the Three of Strength. Now the Three of Strength could be talking about a collaboration. This could be different ideas, maybe 3 different ideas. It could be 4 different ideas. It could be 4 people coming together with their individual talents to create something exceptional. So let's see where we're going with this, Taurus. Are you busy on something creative? Have you embarked on a creative venture recently? Two of Swords. Now, Taurus, this is in your hopes. And she closes her eyes and listens to her intuition, regardless of the flames that are at her feet. So, something about a quarter moon may be significant. Hoping to successfully follow your intuition. Now, Taurus, you might have noticed that your intuition has heightened recently, and we all have it. We are all intuitive. We just ignore our intuition. So, hoping to have some kind of success with following through with the messages that you receive. In your fears is the magician energy, looking at the world from a different perspective, taking your ideas and being able to affect the world with what they are. So not just having them, but knowing how to put them out there into the world. So this energy is sitting in your fears, Taurus. And again, the High Priestess. This is following your intuition, following your guidance. Now this would be you, Taurus, wondering whether what it is that you are putting out there into the world is aligned to your soul path. Is this what I'm supposed to do? Is this what my guidance is all about? Those are the questions that are running through your mind, fearing that you might miss a message. And with the devil sitting in your mind space, I am not surprised. With the devil energy, it's looking at things from all perspectives, going into ourselves and realizing that we are a combination of both good qualities and bad qualities. And if we are willing to accept that in ourselves, be honest enough with ourselves that this is who we are, then we are on the first step of being able to accept it in others. With it sitting in your mind space, there might be confusion. You might be wanting to follow your intuition, but fearing that you are being misled in some way. Now understand that if that energy is sitting there ruling you currently, Taurus, and if you're feeling some kind of confusion, then you are in exactly the place that you are meant to be. You will be guided. And you, in your current environment, taking charge of what it is that you are wanting to create. Creating the necessary foundations in which to build this. Now Taurus, with you coming up as the Emperor, as yourself in your current position, it could mean that you have balanced all of the energies of all of the kings, and you now are able to listen to your intuition regardless of whether they are intermingled with fears. With the Knight of Strength, it tells me that you are going to persevere with whatever it is you are busy on, and with the sun over you, you will have success. In this card, she is protected, and yet she doesn't depend on that protection. She is willing to protect herself. She will persevere, and she will achieve whatever it is. And here she draws that energy from the sun. So Taurus, in your current environment, you are possibly creating magic and you don't even know it. In your physical world, here's the Two of Swords, successfully being able to filter out your fears from what your guidance is, being able to do it under the Magician, finding a way to put that filter in, stilling your mind. And all of this is because you fear disappointment. Now Taurus, this tells me that you might have had some kind of disappointment, something linked to a conflict, something that really made you sad, and it sits in your current environment and it mingles with your energy as you receive your messages of guidance. It's possibly the reason why you are fearing your messages as well. With the Nine of Swords, Taurus, you are not being able to sleep. You are focused on what it is you are needing to achieve. So whatever it is you need to be thinking about, and whatever messages that are coming through, you are afraid that you've missed them. So Taurus, you might be going through quite a tough period currently in your mind space, trying to sort through your fears, trying to achieve what it is, and this may not be fears. This might just be you being awake and focused on whatever it is you have set out to achieve. And in your recent past, funny enough, it's that same conflict that comes out in your current environment. Now Taurus, what happens is that we have repeated cycles, and each time we learn something new, a new layer unravels itself, and each time we are faced with the same or a similar situation, we just become better and better at dealing with it. It is this same conflict that has its energy sitting with you in your current environment, and it's a conflict that you had in the past. Now this is the conflict that led you to taking charge. Can you see how the red that's coming up filters through onto his sword. So it's what has led you to taking charge, but it sits in your past and in your subconscious, waiting to come forward. This is communication about conflict. This might be back and forth communication. This might be something over the airways, on social media. But it talks about that period of where you had to spend alone time. It talks about the conflict that you had in the past. And where you are headed, Taurus, is being able to go to a calmer space in your mind. And for us, that's one of the most important things. Once you're in a calmer space in your mind, you are able to make so much of your current moment. And with the Eight of Wisdom, in search of what makes you happy. Now Taurus, because of some kind of conflict, because you realize that it's almost as though he wants to shield himself from that. Can you see? And follow where his heart is taking him. So this may mean that he has to leave emotional connections behind, but he is now on a quest, and that quest is to find that one cup, which is going to be his wish fulfillment. And with the Knight of Intelligence, this is a messenger who brings the truth. He brings clarity. This message that comes to you very quickly about conflict, it may talk about sleepless nights, but it allows you to go to a calmer place in your mind, Taurus. A message that comes to you about conflict, and in your outcome is the Page of Swords. Now this is a messenger who will take all of his talents and put them together to give it some kind of individuality. He will dress completely different from everyone else, maybe wear his hair differently, but he's willing to try new things. He carries his truth. And under the Five of Intelligence, he might be conflicting with his information. With the Knight of Coins, this fast motion in the past has now become very slow motion. So you're going to say to me that everything took so very long in your current environment, in the physical world, and in your outcome. You are able to draw on tradition, maybe change tradition, change tradition. Wow. So Taurus, with the Hierophant, we could be talking about a long-term commitment. We could be talking about traditional beliefs. With the Magician and the Hierophant is Taurus. harnessing the energy of the magician, realizing that you have what it takes with your going into your mind space and finding the path forward. You are able to achieve all of this. And here with the page of charisma, a new door opens for you. With this message that comes through to you, a new door is opening, Taurus. And what you should know in the situation is that you're going to be able to move to a calmer space in your mind. You're going to be able to still your mind. Be patient with yourself, Taurus. You can only achieve what you can achieve. So don't be too hard on yourself. Whatever message is going to come through to you will not pass you by. 9 of Wisdom. Now, Taurus, this is a message that you are going to be abundant, but do not slip into complacency. With the Emperor, it tells me that you have mastered that. So with the 9 of Wisdom, it tells me that there's abundance that follows that going to a calmer space of your mind. So look, this is the 6 of air, and this is the 6 of air. And we're talking about the 5 of Swords to the 5 of Swords. The 2 of Swords to the 2 of Swords. So you have quite a few repeated messages in your card. A new truth, a clarity that allows you to go to a calmer space in your mind. Here it comes with the Knight of Intelligence. He is the Knight of Swords. He is going to deliver this message to you. It's going to talk about a conflict, and look at what this is. 2 people that had different perspectives and instead of putting them together to make a beautiful vase, they decided to each go with their own idea and rob the other of it. And that's what it boiled down to. It caused competition. It caused strife. Instead of being a beautiful vase or urn or whatever that is. So there's some kind of truth or clarity that comes through that talks about that conflict and allows you to go into a calmer space, because the 5 and the 1 make 6. And what it is that you are leaving behind, Taurus, this is something that you had in your mind space yesterday. This is quite a gruesome card. It talks about cutting off his fingers as he tries to get into the boat. But Taurus, from every perspective, the person who's doing the deed is right from their perspective, and it's a bit difficult. But with you moving to a calmer space, you leave those feelings behind. Maybe even realize what is the basis of feeling betrayed. Is it not expectation? Your own expectation? Our own expectation is what is at the basis of the 10 of Swords. And what else is in your hidden position? A King of Swords. Now this King of Swords is watching you, Taurus. This King of Swords feels heartbreak, betrayal. And with the Queen of Swords, It's because you are his perfect match. That is what the truth and clarity is all about. This truth that's coming towards you, the one that talks about conflict, the one that is delivered by the Knight of Swords. The Knights are fixed signs, so that would be an Aquarius. With the Knight of Coins, this is talking about a Taurus. With the Three of Strength, Taurus, in your ruling position, it talks about a collaboration. So we could be talking about some kind of collaboration here. When we look at the page of charisma, this is talking about some small beginning in terms of your finances. It could be some small message that is something you can see, touch, something in the physical world. But be prepared to have a message come through to you, and that message is going to allow you to be able to get past the disappointment you felt in the past, and then reach for what it is that makes you happy. It's going to possibly provide the shield for you to be able to do that. And once you tap into your magician energy, Taurus, there is not going to be anything that's going to stop you. It might be a little slow moving, but it is moving in the right direction. So all the best, and until your next Tatle, bye for now.